Jordan Brand Classic MVP since 2010. Where are they now? 2010 Harrison Barnes and Kyrie Irving. Barnes proved why he was ranked #1 in the country by collecting MVP hardware at both the McDonald's All-American Game and Jordan Brand Classic. While Barnes hasn't gone on to be the next MJ coming out of UNC, the small forward has put together a solid NBA career. Kyrie Irving was a spectacular talent at St. Patrick's in New Jersey.
It's an exciting time where you want to, kind of showcase your talent to the world, and I think going to St. Patrick's, it allowed me to do so, especially my senior year. Had a great season, man. Great time in high school.
As you can see, he's gone on to be interviewed by MaxPreps, which is a pretty big accomplishment if you ask us.
Shout out to MaxPreps.
2011 James McAdoo and Anthony Davis. McAdoo was another top recruit to collect hardware at both the McDonald's and Jordan game. Although he's won 2 titles with Golden State, his professional career hasn't reflected the dominance of his high school days. Davis was the #1 player in the 2011 class, and for good reason. After a massive growth spurt, the power forward made a name for himself in the AAU circuit and went on to win championships at the collegiate and professional levels. 2012 Rodney and Shahbaz Mohamed. Purvis was a 6'3" guard who starred at Upper Room Christian Academy and committed to NC State, where he remained only a year before transferring to UConn. After going undrafted in 2017, Purvis was in and out of the G League in 10-day contracts before playing for many different teams overseas. Shahbaz Mohamed was a certified bucket in high school, dropping 29.1 points per game his senior season for Bishop Gorman of Nevada. After a brief stint in the NBA, Mohamed currently plays overseas. 2013 Jabari Parker and Julius Randle. Parker led Simeon to 4 consecutive Illinois State titles. He was touted as the best high school player since LeBron James by Sports Illustrated. Unfortunately, Parker couldn't eclipse the astronomical expectations in his professional career due to injuries. Julius Randle led Prestonwood Christian Academy to 3 state titles in 4 years while posting insane averages of 32.5 points and 22.5 rebounds per game as a senior. After a slower start as a pro due to injury, Randle stars for the Knicks now. 2014 Jaleel Okafor and Cliff Alexander. Both players were crosstown rivals in Chicago, with Okafor hailing from Whitney Young and Alexander from Curie. Alexander outscored and out-rebounded Okafor to lift Curie to a 69-66 quadruple overtime win in the 2014 City Championship. 7 days after the game, though, Curie had to forfeit all of their wins due to academic ineligibility of 7 players. Despite the high school dominance of both big men, their professional careers didn't pan out, as Okafor didn't fit into the process in Philly and Alexander went undrafted. Both players find themselves out of the league today. 2015 Czech Diallo and Alonzo Trier. Diallo is another player from this list to win MVP at McDonald's and Jordan games, but his dominance from high school hasn't carried over to the NBA yet. He's currently a member of the Motor City Cruise, attempting to revitalize his professional career. Trier dropped 28 points in the Jordan Brand Classic, the 4th highest mark since the event's conception, and this wasn't a surprise considering that he averaged 26.3 points per game his senior year at the now defunct Finlay Prep. After going undrafted in 2018, Trier showed some potential with the Knicks, but was ultimately waived in 2020 and now finds himself in the G League. 2016 Malik Monk and DeAaron Fox. Both were top 5 guards in the class of 2016. Both showcased extraordinary athleticism and bucket-getting abilities in high school. Both played 1 year at Kentucky together, and both were selected in the top 15 of the 2017 NBA draft. Currently, both players find themselves in the Pacific Division of the NBA's Western Conference. It's safe to say that the Jordan Brand Classic was spot on with their 2016 MVP picks. 2017 Brian Bowen and Lonnie Walker. Bowen averaged 22 points per contest his senior year at La Lumiere and helped lead the Lakers to a national title over RJ Barrett and Montverde. Bowen ended up playing a year in the Australian NBL and went undrafted in 2019. He's been in and out of the league and last played for the Iowa Wolves of the G League. Lonnie Walker was a 4-year player at Reading High in Pennsylvania, where he led the Red Knights to their first state championship in the program's 117-year history. After 1 year at the University of Miami, Walker was selected by the Spurs with the 18th pick in the 2018 NBA draft. He's put together a solid young career so far with the club. 2018 Emmitt Williams and Nasir Little. Williams, who played his senior season at Oak Ridge High in Orlando, is best known for his record-breaking performance at the Jordan Brand Classic. By dropping a game-high 44 points on 22 of 23 shooting, Williams passed LeBron James as the event's all-time leading scorer. After a few years at LSU, he went undrafted in 2020 and now finds himself as a member of the Agua Caliente Clippers of the G League. After Nasir Little secured the MVP at the McDonald's and Jordan games, he went on to play 1 year at UNC before becoming the 25th pick by the Trailblazers in 2019. He remains with the club to this day. In 2019, James Wiseman and Cole Anthony. Wiseman and Anthony were ranked 2nd and 3rd respectively by 24/7 Sports. They both attended college for 1 year and were selected in the top 15 of the 2020 NBA draft. Wiseman is currently recovering from injury on the Warriors, and Anthony has put together a solid young career with the Magic.